Impressed? Yeah, our new infantry for the Great War. Lord's army is growing nicely. The Orc is on the rise, and when the Lord has regained his weapon of great power, nothing will stop us. Only one today. Spare me your number. I'll just call you Ugly. Come.
And what's that weapon of great power, we wonders?
One
the
meal
precious,
per
of course. That's what the Lord is waiting
Who wants
for.
to eat
He
tonight?
must have it. He'll eat us, eat all the world. If we had it, nasty orcs couldn't see us. No one could. We could hide forever. Or we could make them vanish, my precious. Sleep in the highest tower, make big armies for ourselves.
Why is he
Make peoples work for us, troll for us.
Lord?
One meal per set. Last one! Now get back here! Oh, are we proud now for beating an old stick?
Nice bread with juicy maggots.
Everyone back to their cells!
Back to your cells, you vermin!
Into the tower, into the sewers, to the carts, hide in a crate, and off we goes. Tower, sewer, carts, and off through the gate. The tunnel leads out of the tower, yes?
So I have heard. But even if you somehow made it to the carts, the drivers always check their deliveries. And when they find you, it's over. What you need is a cart driver. One who is in on your plan. One you can trust.
Is he a cart driver?
No, I have no desire to die for you.
From the execution chamber into the sewers, but how do we get there? What's this bird mean? Some birdhouse that leads to the chamber. What's he like, the sorcerer in the tower?
I don't know. But I once heard a story about an unlucky deserter. He was brought into the tower. The Candleman asked him some kind of riddle question. Poor man couldn't answer. So, the sorcerer ripped his heart out with his bare hands.
The tower is the only way.
You don't get it, do you? There is no way at all.
That's an increase of almost 100 new soldiers.
Yes, but don't expect any more from this lot. Look at them.
I am looking at this one in particular.
The little one? What about him?
My father wonders what's inside this unshapely head, and now I wonder too.
No.
Take him to the tower.
You can't.
I can't.
You can't. He's useful, and I am going to keep him.
Perhaps we should have a look inside your head, Beastmaster. Clearly something vital is missing in there. Balrat, take that slave upstairs.
You'll be fine.
Come on, this way. Nervous? You're sweating. The Master's just meeting with the mouth
Mouth?
of Sauron, the Lieutenant of the Tower. Following that, the Master's mood can be a little special. You'll see. Balrat! Stay right here. Don't move. Don't touch anything. Balrat! The pincers! Wait until you hear the gong, then go upstairs and do what you're told. Balrat! Yes!
We don't want to wait for gongs, do we? We're right here in the tower, so close to the bridge. Hide in the cart and off we goes. But we can't do that yet, can we? Not without a friendly driver. and we sees no friendly faces here.
I wish there were more trust between us, like in the good old days.
There's the gate.
I never much liked that saying.
So close.
Good old days. Good old this, good old that. I like new things. How long hast thou been overseer down here? Remind me.
We were talking about the Whispers.
Yes, the Whispers. Such a horrific accident in the mines. Naturally, there's talk. And how fast can talk turn to disorder? Thy daughter has a lovely profile. It reminds me of a sponge.
A sponge?
Soaking everything up without question or resistance. Quite unlike her mother. Rejoice, dear friend. I'm just paying compliments.
You don't frighten me.
But why should I want to frighten thee? I only ever wished there to be friendship between us.
You are not my friend.
In that case, you should be.
Should I? Then I say we stop talking. Read.
I don't care for your lofty tone. What is this?
Your handwriting. Speaking of lofty tones, I found it quite illuminating.
Who gave you this?
Read it.
I know what it says. I never forget my own words.
Does it all?
Art thou trying to threaten me?
I only ever wish there to be friendship between us. Consider the matter dealt with.
Which matter?
The bridge in the mines. And don't ever talk about my family again. Have a good night, Lieutenant.
It already is. What an unexpectedly diverting conversation. I must visit thee more often. Down here in the pits. Relax, dear friend, yes. Thy shoulders are so very hunched.
Nacon!
You must have many questions. Our Lord hates questions.
Questions. 3 ways to silence them. Fear, 1 way. 2, a knife. Cut out a tongue. Very effective.
Please, it wasn't us.
Why is your number on the list? You're not strong. You're not wise. Clearly, you're not wise. See? That raises questions. Was the Great Eye mistaken? Certainly not. So why? You weren't the only one behind that act of sabotage. And it certainly wasn't that orc who had to die for it. What's a 3rd way to silence a question? Well, giving an answer. Fear, knife, answer. Which one do you think we should apply?
Answer.
Good. So, what is the answer?
It wasn't us.
Because you were on the list. I know that. You know that. What about everyone else? Good men were buried underneath that bridge, and thus, a head must roll. And if it cannot be yours, then whose head shall it be?
He wants us to give him names. Or it's a test. A trick to send Smeagol into the light. Tell him the truth. Masters won't send us to the tower again. Smeagol is on the list. Perhaps, yes. But he can hurt our hands. Don't let him, Precious. Don't let him hurt our hands. No, not our hands, my love. Not if we speaks the truth.
So?
The frail man, it forced us. It was him.
The old Desert King?
Him and his friends. But we don't know their names.
Don't worry. We will find them. Take that as your first lesson. Never leave any witnesses.
Candleman wants us.
Don't call me that. You can go now.
Waiting for my father. Aren't we all? What does he see in you? I really cannot fathom.
Staunchness.
That's a word I haven't heard in a while. Say your prayer, little man.
The Great Eye sees us.
Go on.
The Great Eye knows us.
Good lad.
Gollum! Breathing halls, now!
Go. You don't want to make him wait.
This way! Don't want to make him wait. She speaks from experience. These days, Candleman's mood swings like a pendulum.
Just, Master, yes, but sometimes hard to understand.
It's that daughter of his. She has too many ideas.
There's war, and then there's the war. Which one does those see?
The war.
Send out more birds then. Don't let my gentle voice fool you.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Why a bridge? That's what I don't understand. Not a crucial bridge either. A little setback, granted, but let's not fool ourselves. It was only a bridge. Thinking about it, maybe you deserve a second chance.
Thank you, my lord.
Come with me. It's time for you to learn how to breed our carrier birds. This is the oven. As far as I understand, it's all about finding the right temperature. Get used to the equipment. In the morning, I want to see results.
But Smeagol doesn't know. He doesn't know how.
Start with the oven. Each egg needs a different temperature. Which egg you choose, that's up to you. That's all I can tell you. Our old breeder would have known more.
Where is it, the old breeder?
Go on. Don't forget to bring my keys when you're done.
Nice bird, this one. Very
Do
nice.
you know who this is?
Which king?
Not him, the other one. Aenor, the last king of Gondor.
Smeagol heard stories about the lost king. Long time ago, in the Willowlands, when the river was young, tall king with bright eyes, he lived in a white city with silver towers, and in it there was a stone like the moon. Oh, many 100 years he ruled. Very just. Very just.
Yes, that's how it's called.
And he was never seen again.
And he was never seen again. Show me. It'll have to do. Put it in the cage.
You're the first being it has seen. It will love and serve you for the rest of its life.
Love Smeagol?
How do you want to name it?
Loves us, does it? We shall call it Little One.
And you? You shall serve me now. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. Slaves, wardens, soldiers, anyone. What they say, what they eat, what they dream, I want to know. Show no qualm or pity. You are my monster now, and monsters don't make friends. You are dismissed. You can go back to your cell.